Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to some of y'all, and peace out to the rest of you. Hit the share button because the message is more important than the messenger. So I'll try to speak fairly quickly, but I'm pretty sure this one's going to be deep. So let's take a look at what Vivica Loves-Cox, Begone, and Brittany Blooper have said recently. What this has to do with a blasphemous idea that's not even recognized as blasphemy. So, Vivica Loves-Cox decided that she was going to try to crucify Mr. Samuels posthumously. And we know what the reason is and what the grudge was. He roasted her a while back for something that I don't care to unzip at this time for the sake of time. But she wanted to act like it was some kind of karma. His passing. She was upset and wanted to, in a sense, posthumously crucify him. And I use that term for a reason. For a sin that was not a sin. She saw his message that we men also have value and that women are going to have to give in order to get as a sin, because they take for granted that we are negatively we have a negative value, and so therefore we must give and not take so that they can take and not give to balance things out, because we're just so unvaluable, so negatively valuable. You see, that's her idea. She takes that for granted. This means that she's willing to attribute injustice to God himself. And that's blasphemous to me. But when you already believe in a New Testament theme that God cannot forgive sins without punishing the innocent and shedding their blood as a sacrifice, then you can already believe other ideas that are blasphemous, because they already make God out to be a stubborn old goat with a bad temper that controls him so much that he must lash out against the innocent to forgive the guilty and save them. I, as a Muslim, will never believe in something blasphemous like that, Lord willing. I seek refuge from ever buying into a doctrine like that. I'm saying that this is something with which they were raised, and even as many sisters, period, are leaving the church for even things like witchcraft, they still want to hold on to this theme of the New Testament, the crucifixion of the innocent, so that they can redeem the guilty. You, Mr. NS, non-stereotypical black men, get up there, wear this crown of thorns, take them whips on your back, bear that cross up to the hill, get nailed to the cross, hand by hand, strung up, then get your feet nailed and your legs broken and die slowly and torturously in severe agony, so that we can forgive the idness, the IDNS, intentionally dysfunctional, negatively stereotypical black men that we really want to forgive, so that you can pay the price for their sins and we can forgive it. But just like God actually can forgive what he's willing to forgive without bloodshed, and certainly without having to punish the innocent for it, they can forgive the idness without shedding your blood. But you know what? You'd have to deny them that bloodshed and that sacrifice to prove it. You see where I'm going with this now? It wasn't for Mr. Samuel's actual sin, and he has it because he's human, but it wasn't for his actual sin. She decided to try to nail him on a cross. Let's move on to Begone, trying to posthumously crucify MLK too. For what? For a sin that, well, may or may not be his, but probably is not, based on Coretta's own judgment, who knows pretty much everything about him that we don't. Certainly knows more about him than any of us do. So there's a rumor that he cheated on Coretta. It's a rumor. The rumor comes from no source that any of us in the black population find credible. We don't trust Messy Jesse. We don't trust the FBI. I forgot who else was thought to have said it. We don't trust them either. that I can remember. You see where I'm going with this too? So for the rumor of a sin, she decides she's going to nail him to the cross posthumously. What's that about? You see where I'm going now? You see this recurring theme. For somebody else's sin, she chasing after the baby. I'm sure she loved to be able to forgive the baby, and she would. But if she can get the bloodshed and agony of another unrelated man that either we don't know did it or didn't do it at all, why not, right? You see this recurring theme. Oh, buckle up. I'm not done yet. Now, let's move on to Brittany Blooper because she did the most. Brittany Blooper decided that forget about Peyton Gendricks and his, if I'm getting his name right, and his mass murder in Buffalo. No, shuck that fit. She wants to tell the world that we're the real threat because we get radicalized online. What does she mean radicalized online? What is our sin? Our sin is not any capital crime. It's not any crime. Our crime or sin for which we need to be nailed to the cross is that we were the audience of Mr. Samuels and we got the message and it went to the heart. We accepted it. You know what? Yes, we also have a value. You know what? Yes, you must give to get. And if you insist on getting from us what you want, fine, you must give to us what we want in exchange. That's all. That equality. Vivica Loves-Cox decided to nail KS for that message. Brittany Blooper decided to nail black men in general for taking the message. Now, in the New Testament, remember this. The crucifixion was carried out by the Roman authorities, but it was the local masses that were howling for the release and pardon of a convicted murderer and for the crucifixion and execution of an innocent Messiah. Now, we Muslims don't believe that he actually got killed or crucified. However, it was made to appear to them like that. The point is the masses howled for the wicked, the actual guilty to go free and pardon, and for the innocent to pay the price. Who are those masses today? The authorities perform the execution and the crucifixion even today, but who are the masses howling for the redemption of the guilty at the expense of the innocent?